You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Wow.
All right.
So there's been a big move, Chef Patrick. You're no longer on West.
No longer. Yeah, no longer in Austin or Dallas. I'm actually right now in Providence, based in Fall River. So, which, if for those of you who don't know that, Providence, Rhode Island, and Fall River, Massachusetts. So I've been doing some chef work back here, and I'm just trying to get my feet back on the ground as far as the radio goes. But
that's
back at the grind. It's been a long couple of years since COVID started. I'll tell you that.
So, Rhode Island.
Don't give Rhode Island.
Why Rhode Island? I mean, that's a choice.
It's a very massive state.
Jeffy, I'm from Rhode Island.
I know a number of people, like 2 or 3 people that live there, don't live there now. I'm just wondering why Rhode Island. That's all. It's just fascinating.
Rhode Island wasn't a choice. The Northeast was a choice. So I'm from Saratoga Springs in upstate New York. I have a couple of siblings that are in the early mid 70s, and so to be closer to home as the youngest. So I didn't want to live right next to them, but I want to be a 2 to 3 hour drive away. So I started out working for a great chef named David Burke in northern New Jersey, doing some contract work as a regional executive chef, and then looked for a place a little bit closer to home within 3 hours instead of 7 hours. So the Massachusetts, Rhode Island area, which is really, it's only a couple hour drive to Cape Cod, a couple hour drive to Manhattan. Yeah. It's not a bad place to be based. It's an hour and a half from Maine. It doesn't suck.
Okay. I got you. I just was wondering.
Except in deep winter, then it sucks. But
yeah, it gets cold there.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's a bit cold there.
Kinda. Yeah. And heard about the floods in Vermont. Yeah, I plan on migrating back up there too. Mississippi is too much. It is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Just FYI, we had some flash flooding in Providence today. So.
Yeah. Oh, crazy. So just I-95.
Okay, so what's wrong with Mississippi? I'll just go down the line. I'll just find out
go down the line.
with these other states. What's wrong with Mississippi?
I can't deal with this weather. It is too hot. It's too moist. It is too humid. It is. Yeah. I don't even want to go outside. We have, and it's not just this year. This year is especially bad. El Nino or something going on, but 110 heat index every day. Yeah. I actually left. I went to Florida last weekend, and that was actually a break. I went to Destin. It was actually nicer than Mississippi. I mean, the politics are good here, but the weather. Okay.
Thank you,
Rusty.
Yes.
I'm looking at it.
Is
Rusty host?
Yeah, he is. Yes.
Yes. So, are you liking the food in Rhode Island as far as like the lobster? Because
he's making
lobster rolls. Lobster rolls. The weird thing up here is like mosey. Mozambique. There's this. Yep. It's funny because it's not a Portuguese dish, but Mozambique style dishes are very, very popular because of the influence into Portugal. So everything's mosey. There's mosey mussels. There's mosey poutine. There's and for you, those of you who don't know what mosey is, it's basically it's a buffalo hot wing sauce with some white wine, garlic, and what's sazon? It's like a Latin seasoning. It's this orange powder that you put into everything. So they put it on everything. Not as much in Rhode Island. Rhode Island's more steamers and lobster.
Quahogs.
Quahogs, yes. Or if you spell it or say it as it's spelled, quahogs, yes.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what the hell a quahog is, but all of the things that you've just listed off, I wouldn't trust eating here in Nebraska.
Yeah.
No.
It's
probably not
downtown.
Quahog's a giant clam that they actually don't eat the clam. You take it out, you chop it up, you mix it with stuffing, you put it back in, you bake it.
Yeah.
I eat it. I eat it.
That sounds amazing.
So do I.
Those are tough to find in Nebraska.
Yeah, they're fresh anyways.
Yeah,
Well,
when we were young, we called them queer hogs.
You got to go off the shores of Nebraska, past the beach, and then you can go out fishing and find that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was kind of like my idea to open a fresh fish marketplace in Bentonville, Arkansas. I don't know what I was thinking. The most landlocked state you have in the entire country, but it worked. It's still there.
That's
Really?
Still there. It's still there. It's called Blue Fresh Fish Marketplace in Bentonville. And my former business partner, Barry, she's been killing it for like 9 years now. So
nice.
How much sushi you been making? Rolling.
So I was in Flagstaff for the last couple of years at a place called Karma Sushi up there. And I worked 45 hours a week on the sushi bar as the head sushi chef and 30 hours a week in the kitchen as the executive chef. So I made a lot of rolls, probably in a couple of years, at least 10,000 rolls, not more. I don't know.
That's it, though.
A lot. That's it.
That's all. No more.
Yeah, chefs we don't know how to say no. So we just overwork and overwork and overwork.
So what do you think about, or anybody answer this question? What do you think about the bear?
Good question. I enjoyed the first season, but I haven't seen the second season yet. Coming up on it.
Yes, chef.
I haven't seen the second. Yeah, chef. That was funny. I haven't seen the second season, but I've heard there's some really good stuff there. The first season was great. It actually is a good depiction from an actor that comes from another very good series as well, of how the industry runs at the top echelon of the restaurants. And so I think it's a good depiction. It's a fun depiction as well, because some of the stuff that happens in restaurants, like somebody accidentally roofing the entire children's birthday party because they dropped their pills and lemonade. Awesome. That's the kind of stuff that happens in restaurants that nobody realizes. It doesn't happen to the guest, right? Just the monstrosity behind the scenes. It's like,
yeah, it's high pressure. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of pressure. And did you ever, if you see, I don't know, it's happened to me a couple. I am not a chef, a home chef. Have a knife and it's about to fall off the counter, and that happens to me. Never. You just step away. Yeah,
that's you learn that for the second or third time.
Yeah, exactly.
In my case, second or third time.
And it breaks your heart that much more when it's a ceramic knife, but you still let it go.
Yeah,
it does. It does.
But I think that kind of energy in the kitchen creates this camaraderie, this kind of like family-like atmosphere, because it's like a common stress, a common goal. And in the after hours of working in a kitchen is I worked in a few, as like a busboy or whatever the heck I wasn't a chef, but afterwards, even I was underage, we'd all go to the bar, leftover lobster. Hey, there's extra ravioli. Let's put them in the fryer, like the fried ravioli and the marinara. It's just such a family that's created by the energy and the stress, I think.
Well, so we're a bunch of pirates that don't really belong anywhere else, right? We don't fit in other than with each other. So the synergy, the energy that's created in the kitchen kind of carries over. And we have a deadline every 30 seconds to 2 minutes in the kitchen to perform and serve a guest. Perform and serve a dish to a guest that we don't want to allow to be sent back. So the stress is extremely high, and that does create some sort of really interesting bond between all the people in the kitchen. Whether you're a dishwasher or the executive chef, that bond kind of crosses all those borders. There's no hierarchy. There's a hierarchy as far as command goes, but as far as friendship and having each other's back goes, it's equal across the board. So
I think that's what they create in that show. And in the second season, no spoilers, they bring in the timer, like what you were saying about the 30 seconds.
Yes.
I just want to recognize some of our Patreon people over in the on the chat. Toby McAvoy talking about the heat. It's 115 in Henderson, Nevada, and they are heading to baseball later this evening.
Wait, it's hot in the desert?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
It's crazy.
Dry heat.
And hello to Miss Kathy in the Berg, Timothy Ratliff. I see Mr. Wisconsin Jackhole is checking in from over on kick.com. That's awesome.
Good.
Thanks for watching over there. Stephen Isles, Kathy in the Berg. I said her. Who else is
Erica?
in here?
Did you say Erica?
Erica. Yep.
Erica.
Yeah. From Whiskey 6, he says, "Hey there, fellow Chandler High alumni Patrick." So, yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
Yep. He's probably
Bullshit.
driving a tanker right now or parked somewhere.
So
Park somewhere.
I'm completely unfamiliar with this bear show you're talking about, but I have been watching a high-class cooking show called Is It Cake on Netflix.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is that really a cooking show?
It is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, we know if it's not moist, it's not cake.
Moist. There it is again.
The last one I saw, a lady made one Doc Martin boot, and she tricked all the people guessing whether it was cake or not.
What's the deal with that? Is that supposed to be like one of the latest fads there is? Just make everything that looks like it normally belongs on a shelf or anywhere in the room and make a cake out of it and put the icing on it so it looks like it's actually a stinky boot or something. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, there's the
That's
two.
art.
extremes. Yeah, there's the people who are that skilled to make it look that good, and then there's nailed it, which is the opposite end of that spectrum, where people try to make it look good and it's terrible.
I could probably be on that show.
Same.
You're gonna
Definitely.
make it look terrible.
I would.
We'll
Definitely
see more of those shows very soon with the writers and actor strike ongoing. More
Both
those
of them.
reality shows will be coming.
Yeah, both of them. So you're saying we might have a chance?
There
You
it is.
may have a shot.
Oh,
I was gonna go to Dragon Con, but if the select it even affects like their off-duty stuff, I was gonna go to Dragon Con this year. But if those actors from the Orville aren't gonna be there, I'm not sure I even want to go.
They
No,
probably
you
will
only go
not.
to Dragon Con just for the drag shows.
I like drag shows. Thank you very much.
There you go.
All right. What about y'all talking about TV shows? What about Black Mirror? Did you see all the new? I watched it.
The
I
new
watched
episodes
it
of that,
through.
yeah.
Watched it straight through. Good stuff. Really good.
I haven't seen the new.
Oh.
I have not seen season 6 yet. No.
I saw one episode apparently of the wrong season, so
Yes, you did.
it was definitely not enjoyable.
You watched Striking Vipers, didn't you?
No.
Which
one?
I watched
Striking
one that had-
Vipers.
No, this one dealt with the prime minister.
Oh yeah, and the pig.
Yes.
pig.
Yes.
That was a
that is
fascinating
enough-
show.
That would.
That
Wow.
is a pretty good amount of time that I'm never going to get back to my life. As a matter of fact, it probably done a little bit of emotional damage.
Oh, Kinsey.
Oh,
If
no.
it emotional damage, then you need to watch Melissa's favorite, Striking Vipers,
Yes.
with two guys playing a video game.
Yeah, you got to watch that
There's
one.
and then the other one, season 3, episode 5, I think.
Um,
But Rusty, I don't know how because we've been following. I know Rusty and I, because I think Rusty was the one that told me about Striking Vipers. But anyway, with watching Black Mirror, pretty much all the way through, I thought the last season, I don't know why, that the first episode was good, and then I felt like
Yeah, lost it.
kind of like got diluted, like it was a little weaker than it used to be, and I don't know if that's
You're
because
right.
it's too scary or, but I didn't get a heart attack like I normally do.
yeah.
I don't know, that documentary episode about the guy that kidnapped and murdered the people, I thought that one was pretty good.
That was
decent twist to it.
that was a good one where he figures out. Well, I don't want to tell, but yeah, he's doing a documentary on his town. That is a
Yeah.
really good
That was a good
episode.
one.
I don't know. You must not have seen that one yet.
No, I saw them all. I watched
Yeah.
them all.
I liked that
Yeah.
one. I thought it was.
No, I'm not saying it wasn't good. It just wasn't.
Black Mirror-ish.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
I didn't need to.
The mirror wasn't black enough.
No,
Yeah.
it was not.
Yeah.
She's
It was a
disappointed it
small
wasn't
mirror.
Yeah. Well.
like Striking Vipers.
Yeah.
That sounds gay, all right.
No, Kinsey, you have to watch the one. I know it's season 3, but it's about a kid online, and they make him do all kinds of stuff to keep his secrets.
Yeah.
That's the one you have to watch. That's the one that I think really that's the one I think that hit me the hardest.
Not the well, for me it was Crocodile, episode Crocodile. Do you remember that one where in the beginning it's a young guy and a girl traveling down the highway and they hit somebody on a bicycle?
Oh yeah.
That goes dark really, really fast. It's like, wow. I think that's my favorite episode.
Must have slept through that
I'm
one.
spending a lot of time in dark.
Well, I think one of the ones that makes you think about today's culture is definitely the one where the girl loses her fiance or husband or whatever, and they take AI and recreate a new one just based off of his social media presence and his voice.
I can't wait for that to become a reality.
It already is.
Wasn't that like the movie Simulant or something like that?
Freaking nice. Put words in my mouth now because of AI.
No, ma'am. No, I won't play it again. But that was real. That was real.
It's not.
I won't go through all the footwork.
Next week we're gonna do is it real or AI? Because that is not my voice.
Well, so Chef Patrick, have you heard about how AI is they're working on even as far as like food and stuff that you can give AI the ingredients that you have in your fridge and it will come up with a recipe.
Chopped.
Well, not only that, I mean, every single time I flip through social media, apparently I just press a button and I pay this AI company enough money, I'll make $1 billion. So,
there you go.
I mean, it's actually kind of smart. What they have a giant database of ingredients, of recipes, right? They take the ingredients that are components of those recipes in that database. You throw your what's in your fridge in there, and it comes up with all the options you could have. I think it's brilliant. I'm kind of a waste not, want not kind of a guy, and a full utilization, limit waste. That part of it, I don't think that's necessarily AI. I think that's just an algorithm that utilize the database of recipes and ingredients to come up with, dishes you can serve.
That's just
AI. True AI scares me. Yeah, true AI scares me, a little. So.
Oh yeah, it's Jeffy or Patrick. Have either one of you heard of the Y Files over on YouTube?
The Y Files.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
I highly
it's
suggest
the WHY.
Yes.
Yeah,
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I haven't. I'm going to check it out now.
Either latest
haven't
one
watched them yet.
or one of the very latest ones. He talks about AI, and he's got a really, really good show. He really goes deep on all kinds of things. Everything. It's really good stuff. Tell him, Chris.
Hypotheticals and conspiracy and whether or not it's actual history or not on a lot of very interesting topics. And of course, he has a hecklefish.
Yeah, he's got a really good show.
Animated fish that heckles him and goes along
with him. Dropping back real quick to let's see, where'd he go here? Big Country over in YouTube said AI is amazing. Have you seen the latest in sex robot tech? No, I haven't, but I'm
yes, I have.
I'm curious.
No, but the thing with AI and cooking though, it's not there. There's no replacement there because that takes skill and intuition, I think.
So actually it depends. So a really famous chef, I believe it's Joel Robuchon, worked with MIT on this robotic kitchen in Boston, right? It's a bunch of guys from MIT and Boston. I think they're in Boston. Boston.
Yeah,
Boston. Yeah, Boston. Yeah, I'm not from here, so anyway,
get out of here.
What they did is they basically built this recipe database again, and so somebody puts the ingredients in this tumbler, and the tumbler cooks the ingredients for so long, and it adds spices and adds sauce and adds water, and then it dumps it out after the appropriate amount of cooking time. Now, when you start adding that to robot tech that cannot put a burger on the grill, but once you put it on the grill, it can smash it, season it, flip it, put it on the bun, which you have to kind of place in a specific order.
Right.
It can do all that. And now Pizza Hut, or one of the pizza companies, I think it's Pizza Hut, has trucks that drive around that actually have pre-assembled pizzas that bake themselves and then stop and then deliver to your house. I mean, when you start adding AI to that, oh yeah, they have these little.
Yeah.
Remember, do you remember in Star Wars? They're walking down a hallway and Chewbacca growls at this little, looks like a little mail carrier black van that scurries off, right? They look like that, and they were testing them, I think, in Boston. That was at Harvard, to deliver food to the dorms. And so they have this. They basically can go up over sidewalks and curbs and everything else.
Yeah.
So I think when you combine all of this technology right now between AI, the ingredient databases, the robotics, and all that stuff, and there we go.
Cliffhanger. Stay tuned. We'll only be a
We'll
minute.
back after this money-making moment for our radio program.
You make money off of this?
No,
Man.
not getting that raise.
All right, so I'll say this. Forgive me for not giving you but 2 seconds notice that the show was starting at the beginning. I'll watch for that.
Jeffy's gonna take a quick nap, and he'll be right back with us.
Yeah, I'm fine. Fine.
Well, at least he's not watching the Grammys this time. Was it Grammys or
No,
Oscars?
it's a
last
football
time?
game.
Football.
Yeah.
Football.
Well, he had money.
Was
on
it a good game at least?
It's close to football season again, too, man. I'm fired up. Excited.
They're saying in the chat that you are too quiet, Kinsey.
No.
No,
don't
leave
think
him like
Barbara's
that.
complaining.
It's fine.
She just said Kinsey's quiet tonight. She wasn't complaining.
Oh, not volume wise. Yeah.
So I wasn't saying enough is the complaint, not the volume of my mic.
Way to go, Barbara. Oh, man.
No, you're
Hey,
good.
Barb likes me. I don't know why. I got no clue why, but apparently
None
Barb
of us
likes
do.
me.
She's a good person. That's why.
Yeah, she's a bad judge of character, but she's a good person.
Well, she likes my dog.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's probably the best out of all of us.
You know, we didn't
Gilly, what are you doing?
we didn't do a warhorse.
Do you want to lead with that?
That's a weird way to
It's-
say
It's
it.
been a rough weekend over here. There, we had one dog big dog get a hold of a little dog, and before I
no.
got home, we had a little dog get a hold of a chicken. It's just been a rough week. And the chicken finally killed
sounds
over
so Kentucky.
yesterday and wasn't able to make it.
All right, we are coming up on 10 seconds.
I don't know that I can find that. Wait, yeah, I can.
Hey, Off Track Gang, it's Peter Seraphine. Anytime I wonder if Liberty Lighthouse is worthy of being on the great, the powerful, the mighty Mojo 50 radio network, I just listen to Off Track and go, yep, I'm good.
Now, if Peter Seraphine can admit that he's an off-track listener, everybody listening and watching right now can do it too. Hit like and subscribe, share that stuff out, get us out there.
Yeah.
That tells you that we just set the bar for the network. I mean, it might be a very, very, very low bar, but
It is.
apparently we're setting the bar if he's using it to gauge his own show.
We set a bar. Yes.
Anyway, so we have to get
not a
to
drama.
our sponsor here, Warhorse Legacy Foundation, and I'll try not to mess it up this time. Warhorse Legacy Foundation, the 501c3 nonprofit out of Winslow, Arkansas,
Nailed it.
serving as a local resource for military veterans with a 146-acre ranch. Foundation offers a variety of activities, which include equine programs, health and wellness programs, fishing, 3D archery, hiking. Is there a different kind of 3D art? I mean, is there a different archery than 3D? I mean, you don't shoot in 2D. I don't know. Anyway, gardening,
Well,
networking.
There's the flat targets, and then there's they look like real deer standing up or
The
turkeys.
decoy
Okay, I
style
don't know. I
targets.
don't do any archery, so I don't know. Anyway, the cornerstone of Warhorse Legacy is the Equine Activities Program. The foundation helps veterans cope with the stresses of military life and transition back to civilian life by focusing on building relationships between veterans and horses, which can help foster trust, communication, and emotional regulation. For veterans, the ranch offers a unique networking opportunity where they connect with other like-minded individuals, share stories, build relationships that last. Overall, Warhorse Legacy is an excellent resource for veterans and their families because they want to treat the veteran with the family, because when the veteran's sick, the family is as well. With a commitment to helping military personnel heal and thrive, the foundation provides a safe, welcoming, and supportive environment that can help participants heal, grow, and flourish. So go check the website, warhorselegacy.org, and drop them a couple of bucks. You know, $2, anything, everything helps. And they're fixing to have to be buying a bunch of hay again for their horses, so they need all the help they can get. If you have any questions or need more specific information, send them an email at info@warhorselegacy.org. That's warhorselegacy.org, and I don't have any of my stingers.
Oh,
Don't have any of your stingers?
Yeah.
If you would have let me know ahead of time, I could have went ahead and pulled up a couple.
Know. Well, look, we've been scrambling, so a lot of people don't know. Mel, who usually puts the show out, runs it, connects us to Mojo, she lost her computer a couple days ago. Just gone.
Well, okay.
Died.
Did it run away?
It
Or
broke.
what happened to
It
it?
didn't walk off. It
Okay.
did not just walk off.
She kicked it, I think, one too many times, and the hard drive crashed. And yeah, unsalvageable.
Petered out.
Well, it
So-
growled at her, and she didn't like that.
I've been
Okay.
scrambling the last couple of days. Luckily, I got new internet. A few weeks ago, I couldn't do this because my internet wouldn't support it. But
No cowbell and petered out.
yeah.
So Rusty, do you want a stinger?
No, it's too late for a stinger.
It's too late. It's too late to
It's
do
too
it. I
late.
got them pulled up now. Why is it too late? You should. Man.
All right, do it.
Yeah, the punchlines.
Greetings. This is misunderstood subculture correspondent Tech Roo, and I'd rather be drinking beer than listening to the Off Track Syndicate.
Well, there you go.
That's a wild stinger. All right. So,
Yet another ringing endorsement from somebody else that listens to Mojo 50 and Tech and Off Track Syndicate, of course.
Yes.
so I want to continue on our conversation there. Chef Patrick was talking about Pizza Hut robotically making their pizzas. Apparently, Wendy's is experimenting with a new food delivery system that could use robots and underground tubes to deliver meals to cars, picking up mobile orders.
Yeah, Taco Bell's doing that as well.
Really?
So can you
Yeah.
also deposit money into your bank while you're picking up your food order?
Right?
Sure, why not?
I'm thinking of those that
Probably.
shoot the food through the tube.
Well, I mean,
Where's my bell?
It was like
You're right,
it
you're
was like
on.
five years ago when they delivered the first pizza by via drone in
Yeah.
Australia. So I mean, these advances aren't too far fetched. I think you're going to see a lot more of this. It's going to be a very interesting next few years. Now there's organic, sustainable sushi, which I don't know how you do that. I mean, unless you farm raise everything, but then again, you're going to take every inch of ocean space to farm raise fish. So is it really sustainable? Because you're taking up other species spaces to survive. And, we'll see. There's some really cool stuff coming down the pipeline. And some really, probably not cool stuff as well.
Some estimates.
Impossible chicken. Sorry.
That's okay. Some estimates that, the Y-Files guy, I don't even know what his name is, but he put out that what he's seen is that within 10 years, AI is going to be past us in smarts, and it's probably going to just kill us all.
No,
Is
it's
that the
not.
Off Track
Wow.
Syndicate complaint hotline right there?
It is. Sorry.
Man.
We have a caller. Caller,
Yeah,
state
it's a
your
little
name, where
early
you're
for
calling
that,
from.
isn't it?
Not that bad.
Hello?
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 Can you hear us?
Oh.
You!
Hello, you're on the air.
This is Matt Holloway, formerly of Mojo 50, presently of the DC Inquirer, telling you that I am willing to let Patrick Mosier hook a tube up to my house.
Okay.
To deliver food.
Hey, man, the economy's tight. Sure, I'll make the trip.
Chef Patrick, it has been too long, sir. Good to hear you again.
I agree. You know, I miss the fans. I miss the energy of being on the radio. And, you know, I never did anything but live, which was the most fun thing for me. And, you know, I really can't, I owe it all to Doc. So, and all of his followers and listeners. So, and some other people that worked with Doc. I can't discount, like Jeffy and some other mentors and peers of his. So, yeah, I miss it. I miss it a lot. You know, before we were really up and booming, you know, we lost our key man. So, but I'm back on the radio now. So, wait, this is not the Food Biz Pro Show. So we should be really talking about lots of stuff.
No, this is a foodie show because, well, we got the big guy over there. You know, he loves food, and then you know, you're the food guy. So we were like, nah, we'll just do food stuff. You know, we haven't done a food show in a long time.
Does Jeffy really discriminate with his food?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot
Jeffy,
of
great to see you on Mojo 50 again, sir.
There's a lot of bougie stuff I do
That's
not
why
want to
his
eat.
show is not called Chewing the Gristle.
No, that's the extras. That's the extras.
Ah.
Yeah. No,
Hey, I did want to let Kinsey know I've been running around Arizona in 120 degrees rocking my off-track syndicate shirt.
Nice.
yeah, I appreciate
And we
that, buddy.
appreciate that.
Yeah, that's that big old tent
Awesome.
that I sent you. Right?
I'm glad you're wearing shirts again. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, no. It was the pants that went by the wayside when I started working from home. But
Uh,
I remember.
all right, guys. Well,
Thank you.
great to hear you and see you. Have a great show. I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much.
Thanks
you,
for
Matt.
calling,
Thank you.
Matt. Thanks for
Thanks, Matt.
listening.
Good to hear you.
All right.
Is he gone? Oh, thank God.
We talk about him now.
Yeah.
That
We should
guy
talk about
is
They're
so. Hey, Jeffy. So, what don't you like?
A lot of things.
Really?
Why? Yeah.
I never had. It's eggs. It's not beluga. I can't remember what it's called. Is it like bougie
Yeah.
things you don't like or regular things?
Uh-oh.
Bougie things. Yeah, I'm not a bougie thing kind of guy. You know, it's
No.
just I'm a red, white, and blue kind of American food guy.
Well, that's kind of subjective, though. Like, you only like burgers and fries. Like, what do you consider? Because some people consider like sushi bougie, or like chicken piccata bougie, or some people, or then it's,
It just depends. It just depends. If I see it, it might hit the bougie. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not doing that.
All right.
Just depends.
Do you eat with your eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Yes, I
Jeffy,
do.
did you hear that Pepsi came out with their own condiment over the 4th of July?
I did. Yeah, I saw they did. And, look, other companies can do that, but there is only one Heinz. You know that. I don't
That's
know
right.
why people have to try to go against that, but I am a Heinz police officer.
Yeah.
I have my badge. I take care of that. I do not, Heinz is it. That's the way. Heinz ketchup.
Yeah.
So you're saying you wouldn't have tried it if you had the chance?
I may have tried it,
Okay.
but it certainly isn't going to be up to Heinz standards.
I read that on the bathroom wall. Jeffy will try anything once.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, well, a friend
Just
of mine.
slide the money
friend of
through
mine
the same
lived
hole.
a friend of mine lived by a standard even more liberal than that. He always said he'd try anything twice
Huh.
because you never know. You may have gotten a bad deal the first time
Yeah,
around.
that's right.
Well,
Try it again.
That's true.
speaking
That's very-
of
$20
food,
same as downtown.
Big Country has jumped in a YouTube chat again and said it's hard to beat a nice tossed salad.
well,
Uh,
you can get food poisoning from that.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
That
not.
is
That's not
carried-
food poisoning.
And pink eye at the same time.
Don't you get that fish disease?
Those
Yeah.
pink guys.
Salmonella?
Pink eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I actually am not fussy at all when there's only a few things I can't eat, but I think there's some things people don't like because it's actually genetic, like broccoli and cilantro, stuff like that. Those are it's actually in your genes. So never force your kid to eat broccoli.
Really?
There is not too. I don't know of anything that I have any allergies to or anything like that. But as far as preference, for some reason, most seafoods and stuff I really don't like. I can do shrimp, scallops, maybe something like a catfish fiddler once in a while. And
A catfish what?
Fiddler.
Okay.
You know, fried catfish. But if I can get one down, then that's good. Usually I don't finish the first one.
Yeah,
but I just never been impressed with all that much seafood for some reason. It just doesn't stick with me.
I kind of got turned away from seafood at a young age because we lived in Florida, right, like less than
next to the ocean.
Yeah, next to the Gulf, and that that's all my family did was they fished, so we had fish a lot, and I just do not care for fish. Shrimp I can eat a little bit. I don't, whatever, half a dozen.
A short joke.
No, lobster's okay.
It's got nothing to do with this.
I mean, it's just not.
It's lobster.
Lobster. I'm more of a, beef, steak. Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but they have beef in Florida as well. So it's possible that you could have had that while you were there.
Well, I was a child, so I didn't have a choice. What I had to eat what was put in front of me.
You didn't get to pick out what food you got when grocery shopping. It was all your parents.
Yep, that's how it was back then.
They got all those cows grazing in the Everglades. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
There is actually a lot of cows down there.
I'm aware.
Many of our children will never know because they get too spoiled.
Well,
yes.
Hey, let's not get deep here because I'll take that up in an argument. I think our generation and the generation before us, and I don't know about that before that because I wasn't alive then, but I think people are too concerned about spoiling their children and not worried enough about traumatizing their children. But that's a different subject. Carry on. That's food.
Yeah, we quit taking our kids grocery shopping a while ago because we've got 3 and they just they're at each other constantly in the grocery store and whatever store we're in. So it's no, you guys are staying home and Mom and I get time to ourselves buying groceries. Yay.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing. I mean, like when people take their little kids to their parents or grandparents or whatever, they're like have this facade of being like so strict. And I think traumatizing is worse than spoiling, in my opinion. I
can talk food and trauma at the same time if you want.
Yay!
Okay.
Not sure you guys want to. Not sure you want to hear this story, but I don't know if you've ever seen a cattle slaughter, right? But
cattle slaughter.
Yeah, like a head of cattle.
Yeah.
When you butcher it at the local level. So my grandfather had both beef and dairy cattle, and I think I was 5. So my whole family lived on one road. My grandfather at one end, all his children, down the road.
Yeah.
And he owned all the land, sold them homes, and anyway. So in the middle of winter, every year he would harvest 2 cattle and distribute it throughout the family. And other members during the summertime, like my family had an acre garden, so we'd give vegetables out, and canned stuff, and give it away.
That's
They usually
awesome.
put just a quarter of the field would be the garden for the family.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Correct. Yeah. So, and we all lived within like a half mile of each other. So, but in the wintertime, we go to my grandfather's. I think I was 5. And my first job ever when trying to harvest cattle was so they would take, kill the animal, they cut around the hooves, and then they hang it.
Yeah.
And then before you skin it or before you do anything else to it, you have to remove the
you got to gut it.
Yes, exactly. So, but before you can gut it, you have to climb up a 12-foot ladder because they hang it upside down. And you
don't hit that sack.
Tie off.
Man, you have to
don't hit that
yes,
sack.
you have to take a knife and you have to cut around the anal muscle, the sphincter, and you have to tie it off. So, because otherwise, when you gut it, it becomes a geyser, right? Everything stretches out. All 4 stomachs shoot out one hole. And so, my job at 5 years old was to climb up the ladder And my Aunt Patricia, possibly namesake there, showed me how to cut around it. And then she made me tie it off, and it held, thank God. But when you talk about being traumatized as a 5-year-old, that's your first job. I mean, I'd taken life of a chicken at 5, but that was a whole different thing, man. That's
gosh.
I can still, I remember all the chickens running around down the little hill from the side of the chicken coop after their heads were, after we chopped their heads off.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's just part of the deal. Part of the deal.
If you got a good enough twist and flip of the wrist, you don't have to cut them off. You can wring it right off.
You can.
You don't need to
show off.
You don't need to show off. Okay, we're talking about just hardworking farmers. Okay?
But the thing is, I think one of the things that's missing now that was different 100 years ago, because a lot of people farmed at least part of their food, if not all of their food, right? They raised it. Is that it becomes very easy to become gluttonous because you don't have a limited supply of what you raise and what you grow. You can go to any grocery store, get anything packaged, processed in any form that you want it. And 50, even 75 years ago, you had to, at least to some extent, support yourself. And so you couldn't have meat every night. You couldn't have chicken every night, steak every night. It was impossible. So you ate a lot of vegetables, and the fertile was much more soil because you burned wood and the ash in the soil. You had a fireplace, and that ash went in the fire in the field where the garden was, and everything had a lot more. Yeah, it was a much more nutritional content to everything. So it's a very different dynamic now. So food is seen as not substance, right, and not a valued commodity that you had to produce. It's just something you go and get. And
my grandmother, she's got to be 89 or 90. Told me that chicken when she was growing up was a specialty. You only had chicken like once or twice a year tops because you were culling one of the old hens, out of there. You didn't, it wasn't something you had all the time.
No, either one of the old hens or the oldest rooster, right?
Yeah. But
that was it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not always the oldest rooster, because I mean, whenever chicks were, you had enough of them running around, you either swapped off roosters with somebody else, but you don't keep too many roosters.
No, you only need a couple. Yeah.
Yeah, they get a little cocky.
Like
Boo.
like bulls. I can only keep a couple of bulls.
Yeah.
I didn't realize chicken was not available like it is now. Like chicken everybody's like raising chickens now.
If you remember,
especially after COVID.
I forget which president or whatever, but that was one of his a chicken in every pot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of his campaign things, is because chicken, you just didn't eat it all the time. You raise chickens for the eggs.
Yeah.
And you don't want too many chickens, because then you got to try to feed them all. So you get just the right amount. And then,
everything's got its own little bit of
equilibrium.
Steady state, smooth sailing, because if you got any leftovers, depending on what they are, a lot of them is going to go to either the chickens or the hogs or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as now, chickens, so in Alabama, chickens are big business.
Yep.
Alabama, chickens are big business.
Arkansas too.
Yeah, I have,
and Arkansas.
We have a friend that just lives a few miles from us, and he has 4 what they call super houses, and there are a little over 1 million chickens in each house.
That for like Costco?
It's and I tell you, it really makes you, when you get behind a chicken truck when they harvest them and they put them all in the cages, and you really think that's going for me. They're going to go clean that, and I'm going to eat that. Oh, and it looks bad. It looks really, really bad. But we eat it every day.
That's probably for me one of the saddest things to see in the industry.
Oh yeah.
See an entire tractor trailer open to nature of these uncovered caged chickens going to slaughter.
Yeah.
I mean, I understood they were raised for they're bred and raised for us to eat, but I mean, how far do we need to go to feed ourselves before we, and I'm not some like, oh my God, go vegan. I'm not that guy, but We are very overindulgent. So,
but
that makes you just wonder with the way things have gone. I mean, how much progress is really progress whenever you go big business like that, as opposed to, I mean, when you're raising your own and taking care of your own stuff, you got better quality. You have, even at your best, you're still going to have a reduction of that once you start hitting mass quantities, because you're not capable of watching over everything.
No, you're not.
No.
Well, when it comes to food like that, Kinsey, I can't remember how long ago I did this. It was probably a year ago that segment I did on cheesecake and porn. It's like you have more than what you need, basically. You have a lot of food, but then, oh my God, we got cheesecake and then entertainment, and then we have porn. Like, we have gone, and I guess it's human nature just to keep going and going and going.
The extremes.
But Rusty, do you mind if I bring up the topic? I think we talked about it yesterday, but it's slightly controversial, but I would like...
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been on this kick, and I know nobody... not nobody, but some people don't agree with me. I believe GMOs are wonderful. I think GMOs in food are, they're everywhere. There's nothing that's not GMO, and there is nothing that is organic. That is my opinion based on my research. There's no such thing as an organic tomato. And GMOs are what makes our food good, because we wouldn't like the food 100 years ago when people go like back in the old days. I don't think any of us here would have liked the produce 100 years ago. I think the progress we have made with science and with the natural genetic modification, because it happens in nature also, I think it's so much better. And well, it probably contributes to our gluttony. But at the same time, I mean, we got cotton candy grapes. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Nasty.
But I mean,
nasty. Cotton
everything's
candy
got
grapes.
a balance. It's not bad on its own, but if you're not paying attention to things, they have a natural tendency to devolving in a not so good manner, because that's the easy way to take care of things. Because, I mean, no, you don't think so?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
In general.
like if we're just going over to mass producing, comparing to what it was beforehand, for one example, you can't pay as much of attention to the stuff. Just because something is GMO doesn't make it bad on its own, but you still need to make sure that you still got the quality product comparable to what you had beforehand.
And they do.
Yeah,
that's what scientists do in labs. They don't want to produce bad quality stuff. They literally do it to produce good quality stuff. I mean, corn isn't even natural. The Native Americans GMO'd that to death. I mean, but we wouldn't even like that corn that they initially did. The corn now is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Are you saying that what they've done with corn is amazing?
But
I'm out.
Yes. Yeah. So
corn. It's interesting you brought up corn, though.
Yeah.
Melissa, because it's the first recorded GMO project by mankind. Right. It happened thousands of years ago, and the original species of corn is this really tiny cob with very few kernels. It was inedible. Right. It had no flavor. They don't even know how they got it to anything close to what resembles is current corn that we eat or that we see. Now, well, it made this huge jump, and they don't know exactly when it happened. But it was a couple thousand years ago, and it went from this inedible maize, these tiny. You remember the little baby corn that you get in your Chinese food? Basically, it was like that with like a third of the kernels, and it was really hard and not sweet at all. And then it suddenly jumped to something edible that became a staple for most of the Central and South American countries for a long time. So it's been around forever. I have mixed feelings on it, but I think as long as it's not done in a lab where you're not modifying at the molecular level the genome of some species of vegetable, I think that's cross pollination and all that stuff's fine. But when it comes to doing it in a lab and you're altering the actual natural genetics of things, I think there's some things that could happen.
I believe I just learned this the other day, or what I think is the truth. Corn is actually a grass.
Correct.
It is a form of a grass that they have evolved into what we eat now. But going back to GMO, everybody thinks GMO. Oh, it's a scientist in a lab and he's putting genes together. No, when a farmer picks the traits that he wants out of this animal and out of this animal and chooses to breed them and use those traits and pick, that's genetically modifying.
Yeah,
So
even the smallest change can be genetically modified. I mean, and also, if I'm here on the show or at Mojo, you're not in an echo chamber, because I got kind of like different beliefs. But also, just because it's natural does not mean it's good for you. There's a food chain. Plants really don't want us to be here. We have poison ivy, we have mosquitoes, we get allergies, we get all kinds of stuff. Just because it's natural doesn't make it superior to man.
But the more stuff that we pick out of the genetics over time, that stuff, whatever we pick and keep, the other stuff we don't keep, we're going to be losing along the way. It's not going to come back into
losing?
the DNA.
Right.
So, I mean, we don't know what kind of blend that is.
Anyway, we're going into a hard break here, folks, and the blank game is coming up next. You see the number right there. I think you can see it on mine. 256-926-2390. Come on, people. Call in.
No, we don't see nothing on yours, Rusty.
I know y'all don't, but the people out there do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just that discussion kind of makes me wonder what sort of traits that we're going to be losing over time that would have been beneficial otherwise if we would have kept the diversity in our crops.
Say hi to Barbara. This is for Barbara. Are you in there, Barbara?
It's a Gilly Flash.
Okay. All right, Gilly. All right. That's good. Get down.
Big Country says, if they make my corn do what they make my pot do, I'll go back to corn.
Oh, I mean...
What? Is Klopp supposed to be joining us?
He is a replacement because somebody else called in after the show already started saying that they weren't going to make it. So, yeah, he's here for the game show.
We got people calling in sick.
He is the last second savior for making sure that we have a third man out for
we got a Dr.
market
Pay.
board stuff. So we definitely need to relay our appreciations to Klopp because his invitation was answered whenever the show was started, more than the last second.
Good old Mr. Klopp, the Kloppenberg.
I was just laying in bed, watching some Twitch channels, and got press from Kinsey. Say, hey, need somebody? And I'm like, hey, I'm awake.
Yeah, I mean, I already was running off of a backup, and then I needed a backup from a backup. So, I mean, stuff happens sometimes.
Yeah, that's right.
As a matter of fact, I think there's a dry spot out in the yard I need to take care of, too, by the way. I mean, I already took care of half my drink.
Do we all have something to write on and something to write with that we can show our screen?
Yes, sir.
No, I have my phone.
Yeah.
That'll work.
You get to use that.
Okay. All right.
I promise I'll close all the apps. You don't see that. Got the GMO.com.
Off your open tabs there, Jeffy.
That's not about food. And
by the way, Mr. Fisher, pleasure to meet you. Or pleasure to get to talk to you here finally. So,
hello, sir. I'm supposed to thank you very much. So thank you.
Yes.
Last minute.
You know what? I love you guys. If I could,
We have found that those using he's not listening now.
Who? What?
We have found.
Shit. Oh,
he'll
he
be
takes
back.
His headset off, puts it on, and it kicks him out
every time.
Those are some fancy headphones.
Can you see it? No, I got to hold it right. Wait on.
We can see the bright screen.
Yeah, that's it though.
Okay.
We'll just
No
have
way
to.
hold it.
We'll just have to trust you.
Yes, thank you.
I trust you, Jeffy. I know you're a straight shooter most of the
I won't lie much.
time.
All right, folks watching still, we're in a commercial break for Mojo. Give us a call, 256-926-2390. We need 2 people to call in to play with us.
Yeah.
So, Chef Patrick.
Yes.
We've found that people using the blurred background, when you write on your paper, you got to hold it right up against you in order for it to be visible. Otherwise,
I'll unblur. I can unblur it, I think. Yeah, let's unblur it here. Let's see. I can get to turn on center stage now.
Gonna make me find a piece of paper somewhere.
All right, coming up on the 10 seconds.
Oh no!
Already?
Backgrounds.
Where? Maybe in here.
5 seconds.
Here we go. All right, folks, it is time for the blank game.
Yay!
Oops.
Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
we'll just
Wait
do
a
that.
minute.
Excuse me.
Did the CD skip?
Yeah, it skipped on me.
Man.
All right. Well,
Good
we're
start.
still waiting for 2 callers.
I can't believe we're waiting for callers on tonight. So
Me either.
What is Kathy talking about? Server error.
guy.
I don't know.
You did hang up on Matt, right?
Yeah, I did hang up. Dang it, he could have called in.
He still can.
So the
Yep,
number
Brad's calling.
256-926-2390. We need 2
256-926-2390.
We looked it up. It spells absolutely nothing. It's just nonsense.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually spell any words like Royal 20.
Which actually matches
Gotta be
the
something,
ship.
right?
Maybe.
It's dirty words if you're dyslexic.
There you go.
Oh, like what? I mean, not that I.
Yeah, it's got to be something.
By the way, a little bit of a science bitches moment today.
Okay.
Turns out whiskey does a fine job of cleaning dry erase marker off of there. So
Oh, what a waste.
yeah,
Well, I
no,
mean,
not
Sean's
really.
got to do something.
No, there's the rest of it. So cheers to you.
Hey, what are you sipping on today?
Got Rusty's attention.
That's right.
Motorhead whiskey. Sorry, here.
I
Here,
haven't,
let me
Have to trust him.
I haven't seen that one.
Spiced rum and coke.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Pinot Grigio.
Huh. Well, there you go.
Since it's Motorhead, you could probably also use it for cleaning the heads on some motors too before putting them back together, right?
Or cleaning the main piston with it. That kind of burn a little bit, but
Yeah. All right. We got one caller. Caller, who we got?
Katie.
Hey.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Awesome.
Hello, Katie.
Congratulations.
Greetings and
Katie.
salutations.
Rusty Lugnuts now has your phone number.
Yes. Yeah.
That's okay. I know Rusty Lugnuts.
I'm sorry.
My condolences.
Where are you calling from, Katie?
Georgia.
Awesome.
Georgia. So are you like on the coast or
Wait.
What?
Is this the Katie that I know?
No, yes.
Oh, okay.
May I ask how you have the unfortunate way of knowing one Mr. Professor Rusty J. Lugnuts?
This is my son's sister, so I'm not. They have the same mom.
Oh,
that's awesome! I didn't know you listened, girl.
Yeah, I tune in every Sunday.
Oh, you are awesome. Cool. All right.
Well, if I'd known that, I'd be trying harder.
Yeah. All right, we just need another caller. Somebody call in. Come on, Big Country, call in. Come on, man.
Big Country or
Little Country or
Barbara?
Medium
I like
Country?
Barbara. Oh yeah, Barbara. Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna just start telling jokes. We'll be okay.
Right.
Oh yeah, tell a joke.
Like we got a call.
Okay. What's the difference between? Oh, here's one. All right. What's the difference between Iron Man and Iron Woman?
Ooh, I know that one.
I don't know.
You don't know that one?
No.
Rusty, you should know that one of
Yeah,
all.
you should know
need
that
to
one.
tell this one to Judy.
One is a superhero. The other is a simple command.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you.
All right, we have a caller from Kentucky. I said, who we got here?
Okay.
This is CJ Richards.
Oh, she's so pissed at me. right now.
Holy crap. My
CJ. All right, CJ. All right, we had somebody else try to call, but we've already got our two. We've got our two
Let's do this.
contestants.
We got two contestants. Remember, the standards for this game are very low, and unfortunately, you need to try to match our answers if we decide to give decent ones.
Or y'all need to
Standards
match
for this
their
game are
answers.
low, and we
Anyway.
try to maintain that.
So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the rules. I'm going to read a question. Whoever's question it is, well, both of you just hold on to it till I come back to you. The panel is going to write their answers down. Then I will come and see what the caller's answer is, and if you match, you get a point. If not, the audience will probably boo you. Okay.
Here's a little tip. If you can hear the countdown timer music, don't answer.
Yeah, don't just throw your answer out there. Wait till I come and ask you for it specifically. Okay. Here we go. All right, Miss. This is for Miss Katie. This is your question. Ralph said, I got good news and bad news. Good news is my wife ran into a large fortune. Bad news is she did it by backing into a blank. I'll read it again. Ralph said, I got good news and bad news. Good news, my wife ran into a large fortune. Bad news, she did it while backing into a blank.
Wait. Okay. Ran into a large blank. To a large fortune. She did so by backing into a large blank.
Trying to think, but nothing happens.
Yeah. All right, Miss Katie. Ralph said, I got good news and bad news. Good news is my wife ran into a large fortune. Bad news is she did it by backing into a blank. What say you?
A bank.
Backing into a bank. That's a large fortune. What do we think about that, audience? Okay, let's hush, audience.
I just want to remind everyone this game is not rigged.
It's not.
Are you sure about that?
It's not rigged.
Because
All right.
usually when we're doing this show, I am in my rig. It just happens that this time I'm in the home studio.
Right. No. Melissa Sippy.
Even though it doesn't make sense, I agree. Bank.
Nice.
Oh, it doesn't make sense.
I
You
don't
get
have-
it?
I
Get
don't-
it?
Yeah, that's good.
BENG.
Thank
There you
you.
go.
Yeah, I don't have my all my.
You don't
stuff
have your
yet.
dinger?
I don't have any of that stuff up yet. All right.
Ask
Knight.
Judy to give it back to you.
Yeah, I know. Knights, what'd you have?
I said armored truck.
Oh, nice.
I almost said Brinks.
Yeah, that one.
Holy crap.
Kenzie, what'd you have?
I would say she backed into a very deep diamond mine.
Right.
So we're paying for the hospital
you
bills
go.
on that one.
Yes. Quality.
That's a no. Thank you. Yes. Jeffy, big
Yeah,
man.
since I
Fisher.
don't have my whiteboard, you can just see my phone. Oh, see, this says right there. I was along the mine thought. Fell into a mine.
Yeah, that's a no. That's a no.
That's not what she said. So
yeah. Klopp, what'd you have?
I'm kind of having a brain fart. The edible gummy I had a little bit kicked in, but all I came up was security.
In your face.
Let me get. Yeah, leaving home.
Put it under your chin.
Yeah, up here.
Yeah, hold it right underneath your chin.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Armored security.
Did he not hear the
money,
rules?
Vehicular.
I know.
There you
right?
go. I know.
There you go.
Patrick, what'd you have?
Yeah.
I covered 2 of the previous together. Brinks armored truck.
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah,
armored truck, yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Well, obviously,
Katie,
that was the best answer.
Katie jumped out there into the lead.
So when you write your answers,
I was good.
do you write what you think what you really want, or what you think the contestant's going to say?
I usually put right down the first thing that pops into my head.
Yeah. Just and see if you.
Heck is my bell.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, usually that works.
Right. All right, CJ. CJ, here is your question. Remember, keep it to yourself. Phil said, "It's strange being married to Bertha the baker. Last night, she tried to put my blank in a bun." All right. Phil said, "It's strange being married to Bertha the baker. Last night, she tried to put my blank in a bun."
Ah.
Could you, make an announcement that we're ready to score?
Phil said, "It's strange being married to Bertha the baker. Last night, she tried to put my blank in a bun." What say you, CJ?
Excuse the pun here, but she tried to put my hair in a bun.
Tried to put my hair
in a bun. That's a good answer.
I don't know. What crowd? What do we?
Oh, no.
All right, hush, crowd. Okay. All right, here we go.
It's a cute answer.
Meh, Mississippi. What? And a
Wiener sausage.
A wiener sausage. Wow, that's Thank you.
Yeah, I put both in there just to try to help the
Knights.
Spotted dick.
We're not in England.
At least he didn't say swamp monster. Kinsey.
Who would say swamp monster?
Sausage.
Sausage in a bun. Jeffy the big man Fisher.
See, I was going to go with the man part bit, but then I thought, no, it's a family, it's nice, so I figured, put my nose in a bun.
My
put
son's
my
calling
nose
in
in a bun, but no. That's why I like the hair. The hair was cute.
Yeah,
Rusty's family called in. My son called in. Yes, this is a family episode, apparently.
Okay. Whatever. Okay, Klopp, what do you have?
Family. Okay. The Wiener Schnitzel.
Hot dog in a bun. There you go.
And Way Frank.
Everybody has just got terrible answer. Patrick.
Dirty mind.
You brought me on,
my mom called me hot dogs wieners, so
there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
All right.
0 points.
1-0. 1-0.
Hey, can I just point out here that CJ is much like his dad? He can't get to the point.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Really?
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Someone recognizes it.
Wow. All right.
Speaking of wieners, Chef Patrick, have you tried New York System out there?
Have I tried what? I'm sorry.
New York System or Haven Brothers. They're
I have
called
not.
wieners, and they got like ground beef, onions, mustard, pickles. They're specialty hot dogs. It's a must.
No, that sounds really good. I'll get there tomorrow.
It is, especially after a day of drinking. Sorry, go ahead, Rusty. I apologize.
That's okay. Let's see.
Katie.
Miss Katie. All right, here we go. Little Richie Rich is so rich.
How rich is he?
Y'all are getting better. You're getting better. He plays in the world's largest sandbox. It's so big, it even has a blank in it. Little Richie Rich is so rich, he plays in the world's largest sandbox. It's so big, it even has a blank in it.
It's so big.
What are we doing here?
Exactly. Okay, Miss Katie. Little Richie Rich is so rich, he plays in the world's largest sandbox. It's so big, it even has a blank in it.
Private beach.
I like that. I like that.
Private beach.
But I don't know. We'll have to see. I was thinking sandcastle. That was my answer. But anyway, Mississippi. What'd you have?
Meh. I said bathroom.
Yeah. It has a bathroom in it?
Yeah, because
yeah.
I don't want to do that in this.
We're not rich. We have a bathroom out here on the property.
Yeah.
You get like
outside of the house.
You didn't want to get sand in your crack.
Knights, what'd you have?
I said Oasis.
An oasis in it. Okay. Yeah. Kinsey?
I hate to match Knights, but I said Oasis.
Oh.
Now I just feel dirty.
Yeah.
You look dirty too.
Jeffy, I'm curious as to what
I was bathroom as well.
Bathroom.
That's what I was thinking. Bathroom as well. Richie Rich bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sandbox.
What'd you have?
Because it's a golden throne.
Well, I one of Saddam Hussein's palaces.
Yeah. Okay.
Saddam Hussein. I cannot impersonate UW Worth it. All right.
Patrick.
The same as Oasis.
Yeah.
But lake.
It even has a lake in it. Okay.
Yes.
Doesn't that go with beach?
It goes with beach.
Lakes do not go
Yeah.
with beach normally. Usually
Yeah,
that's
you have
oceanfront.
lake beach.
No, you have
no.
lake, absolutely lake beaches.
Yes.
A lot of lakes I've heard of have beaches.
Yeah, I think you need to give it.
I've lived in Hawaii. I've been
I think
Corpus
the-
Christi, Texas.
I mean, really, Oasis is a beach as well. I mean, you could just give her all of those too.
No, the Oasis is a puddle compared to the size of the desert.
Talk to the judges, Rusty.
Well, I don't have my sounder, but yeah, I know. I got to get
That's
my
okay.
sounders set back up. I lost them.
I'd be pissed if I were you, Katie.
But
go
I mean,
ahead.
Katie's
Well,
still
she's
ahead,
still
1-0.
ahead, though.
So
She's in the lead. She's in the lead.
I
All
tried
right.
helping you, Kate. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But Rusty Lopez knows we have a lake beach.
Yes, I do. I do know that. I do.
is it in the
but
desert?
It's not in the desert. But anyway, I'm sorry. It's not me. It's the judges. I can't.
It's okay.
It's not me. All right, CJ. Here is your Santa said, the elves has gone crazy. I
How
looked.
crazy? Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
No. I looked in the workshop, and instead of making toys, they were making blank. Santa said the
Family
elves.
friendly.
Did you really just holler out your answer? Really?
No, I'm just saying let's keep it family friendly.
Oh, family
okay,
friendly.
all right.
They were making
That is
family
not a
friendly.
requirement on this show, unfortunately.
It's not a requirement.
Family
Anyway,
friendly.
Santa said the elves have gone crazy. I looked in the workshop instead of making toys. They were making blank.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah. All right. Santa said the elves have gone crazy. I looked in the workshops. Instead of making toys, they were making blank, CJ.
Drugs.
They were making drugs. Can you really make... I mean, they're... Okay.
Well, have you seen Breaking Bad?
Really?
All right, meh.
Gotta work on your soundboard.
I wonder if this counts.
Meth, yes, that counts. Ding, ding, ding.
Making
pretty
meth.
messed up.
That's meth, making drugs.
Blue.
Yeah, knights were the knights. The judges were all over that one. Kinsey.
Firearms.
Firearms. Jeffy.
I just thought making family friendly was, wording it properly. I thought they were making whoopee.
Oh, make it whoopee.
Thank you.
Those dirty
They're
elves.
totally painted.
But I'm okay with meth too, cuz.
Right.
Did
I
we
heard
get
that.
Knight's answer? What was Knight's answer?
I was also on the bathroom wall.
No, he skipped me.
Oh, did I?
skip
I'm
you?
sorry, Knights. Dang it, I'm sorry.
What was Knight's
I did.
answer?
What was your answer, Knights?
I said yellow snow cones.
Yeah.
That's
That
how
was
crazy
good.
they've gone.
Sorry, Klopp. What'd you have?
Well, trying to go back to my crappy GW impersonation, but nuclear grade weaponsries.
Yeah.
Nuclear.
Is that nuclear or nuclear or
How do
nuclear?
you say nuclear?
Okay.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Mr.
No.
Patrick.
Nucleations.
I said they're crazy. They weren't growing crazy. They were making bacon.
Make.
Bacon. Yeah, there you go.
Wish I'd get that for Christmas.
Dang it, they're tied
Well,
up. How much time we got? Oh crap.
We got a few minutes.
If we cram it, we can get another question in each. We
That's
just
what
got to
she
be
said.
fast.
Oh.
Okay, Miss
Bam,
Katie.
bam, bam.
Oh crap. All right. Dr. Frankenstein said, "My monster just got married. He thinks he thinks she is a very beautiful girl, but really she looks just like blank." I don't know why he sounds like Dracula or a bad
I know.
Dracula. I know. Doctor-
You need a German accent.
I can't. All right,
Oh.
Dr. Frankenstein.
I
Dr. Frankenstein said, "My monster just got married. He thinks she is a very beautiful girl, but really she looks just like blank." Are you doing the timer sound or what?
Why not?
Really?
I'm in danger.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Answer. Quick.
All right,
Katie.
Dr. Frankenstein, monster just got married. He thinks she's a beautiful girl, but really she looks just like what?
Frankenstein.
Looks just like Frankenstein. There you go.
That's ugly.
And that's ugly. All right, meh.
I should have went with that one.
Yeah.
Mom.
Knights.
Thank you.
Kinsey in a wig.
Kinsey in a wig. Kinsey.
Swamp monster.
Swamp monster. No. Jeffy.
Yeah, it's okay. I should have gone with that as well, but I thought she looks just like a nut.
Yeah.
So.
Clop. What'd you have?
Who, what?
Clop. Go.
Lop. Okay. Keeping up with Jeffy's Mad Maxine Waters.
Mad Max. Wow.
Ah,
Patrick.
Ein Schwein. That would be a pig for those that don't speak German.
Ah.
I'm sticking with the pork theme. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, Rusty. Got
All right,
the question.
here we
Go.
go. Dumb
CJ, your
Dora.
question.
Dumb Dora is so dumb.
How dumb is she?
She went to
How
the
dumb is she?
Ritzy Rodeo Drive and tried to find a blank. Dumb Dora is so dumb, she went to Ritzy Rodeo Drive and tried to find a blank.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ready? Got it. Do it.
15.
All right,
What's
man.
your answer,
Quick,
son?
everybody throw your answers up.
What?
Horse.
CJ's got to answer first.
Shit. Go, CJ.
Swamp monster.
Swamp monster.
No.
8-second ride.
All right.
McDonald's.
Cut commercial.
Dollar
Again, 2
store.
and 2.
Dollar store. All right.
Oh, hey,
well, you,
all right.
both,
Thinking there.
you both win. I'll send you both a prize because I'm that nice.
All right, so we'll need 2 more players. Give us a call.
Yep. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, CJ.
256-926-2390. Call now.
They got a both got a point. They're both a winner.
Yep.
I wasn't expecting that. So Chris, Mel, who you all going to get to call in for y'all? Gerald's turn.
I think that's going to happen.
So this goes till 9? Is that right? Or do we go longer?
Yeah. No, just till 9.
Yeah, 30 more minutes.
Okay.
Or, well, yeah, another hour. Or 30 more minutes, yeah. I don't even know what time it is. Where am I?
After putting up with us for 2 hours there, I think Jeffy's done with us now.
We're just wondering how much I got to be here. That's all. I've got a work to do.
It ain't replacing a timing chain on an engine, is it?
No, it is not. It's preparing
Okay, that's my
for
work.
2 shows tomorrow. That's it.
Ah.
Okay. Hey, quick curiosity question. Are you guys in areas that have something called InSpectrum Live or something like that, or Spectrum Vision?
No.
No.
Nope. Okay.
Unfortunately, no.
The like smell-o-vision?
All right.
Over
Well,
here, it's HughesNet or cell phone signal.
huh. Okay. Well, movie project I was involved in about a year or so ago was on the Spectrum Vision fields, and yeah. And apparently, right now it's only on demand with the Spectrum Vision, something like that. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Coming up, 5 seconds.
Coming in thought.
We need 2 callers, people. Come on, either that or we're gonna have to talk to Jeffy some more. Jeez.
No. I'm sure we can take up a collection and get Jeffy to read out of the Scientology book or something like that. And
Absolutely. Or I can tell you one of my favorite stories. I mean, first of all, I'm talking Walking Dead tomorrow, and you can always subscribe to Chewing the Fat. But one of my favorite stories that I read today that will be talked about tomorrow is the guy who took over a parking lot for a soccer tournament. I think it was in Ohio, the great state of Ohio. And he put on an orange vest and he had a couple of cones and he started charging people $40 to park to go to this tournament. He had no deal with the regular parking. People showed up later. The parking lot was full. This guy walked away with $2,000. They don't even know who he is, and he's gone. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Jeffy definitely
well played.
But it's best.
That is awesome. Now I know that there's a food pantry in the parking lot there of the strip mall that said we have a deal and we're now out $1,600 and the guy committed a crime, some kind of crime, but it was a good one and I liked it.
That's awesome.
But was there any real victim here?
That's what I mean.
Food pantry,
He charged more. Well, he charged more than what they were going to charge. People paid it. The parking lot was going to charge, so he just continued. He just took the money.
He just took
awesome.
the money.
I just thought it was a good scam.
Now that is initiative.
If the people that were supposed to take the money originally showed up late, didn't they just?
It seems like that was an issue, right? Because people were showing up to the event and they weren't there.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was a fascinating story.
So this guy, it might be to blame for overcharging, but I don't think he's to blame on them missing out on the food.
Well, is it really overcharging if the people actually paid?
Correct. But the money was not his to get.
All right, we have one caller. Caller, state your name. Where are you calling from?
This is Steve Isles from Michigan.
Steven Isles, a Patreon man.
Where do you live in Michigan?
I live in the bustling burg of Allen, Michigan.
Where's that at?
It's in Hillsdale County, so it's not too far from Hillsdale College.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, down yonder. Okay.
Somewhere close to sanity, then.
It is reasonably sane here most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Most
of the time. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Stephen. I don't know if we're going to get another contestant in here. Paige.
I was feeling bad for you. That's why I called in.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. We need all the pity.
That's how we keep going.
That's how we keep going. Is from the pity calls and.
No, we keep going because of the money of people like Steve Isles that has called in that actually thinks that we're suitable to send money to for some reason.
Right.
Hey, Kinsey.
Yes.
Tell me a knock-knock joke.
A knock-knock joke. Okay. Do I have to tell you a knock-knock joke?
Yeah.
I'll tell you a knock-knock joke.
Okay.
He'll tell you a knock-knock joke. But she said
Knock,
I had
knock.
to tell her a knock-knock joke.
Who's
I know.
there?
Wait.
You hesitated.
No, who did it? Wait. Who started that?
Patrick.
Chef Patrick.
Okay, say it.
Knock, knock.
Come in.
Who's there?
Banana.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a
Those
minute.
you
Wait a
wanted.
minute. What was that again, Melissa?
So
knock,
sad.
knock.
I fell right into that, didn't I?
Yes. Yes, you did.
Did I get that right, Melissa?
So, Steven, tell us about yourself. Oh, wait.
Wait a minute.
Never mind.
We got
Let's hear it.
call.
How about a dirty story? The pig in the mud.
Wow, we have another Patreon caller. God, see, these people are so good. They love
is
us. They love us.
They're good.
They are good people. It is Mr. Techroo.
Wait a minute.
Greetings.
Wait a minute. Really?
Greetings.
Greetings.
Our furry friend.
Invitations.
Yes, our furry kangaroo.
Hola, Ricardo.
Yeah, no, I was the panelist that called out because I was up late. That is, up late in the morning since I work graveyard shifts nowadays, repairing a Land Rover, forgetting that it was Sunday and I was supposed to get up early enough to get suited up and appear on Off Track.
What do you mean suited up? That's your natural attire, isn't it? I thought you were a kangaroo.
Oh, you wanted me to look normal? Okay, I thought I was going to have to put my my human flesh suit on.
Well, that's we didn't want to go that far. I mean, something about lotion and skin and hose and whatever else.
Right. Currently throwing my lunch together so I can run off to work.
You mean hop?
Yes, of course.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I got your back, Tech Crew. So I'm your boy. Who's your boy? All right. Continue.
all right, Steven, here is your question. I know these are old questions, but whatever. I'm running out of questions. Jerry the comedian said, "What a bunch of crap. All the other guys get to hold telethons for their important diseases. All I could get was a telethon for blank. Jerry the comedian said, "What a bunch of crap. All the other guys get to hold telethons for the important diseases. All I could get was a telethon for blank."
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah. All right, Steven. Jerry said, comedian said, "What a bunch of crap. All the other guys get to hold telethons for the important diseases. All I could get was a telethon for blank."
Erectile dysfunction.
That's a good
Actually,
one.
Mine was less family friendly.
What that was?
Was it?
Okay. What is it? Herpes.
Please.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Knights.
Off Track Syndicate.
That's a bad disease. Kinsey.
Chris is going to feel very, very, very dirty.
Nuh-uh.
Track finding.
Guys have been spending too much time together.
Yeah, that's what it is.
We don't spend any time together.
Just that one time, I promise.
Jeffy.
That does not make you gay. Mm-mm.
No,
Jeffy, what'd you have?
I was along with May as well. I was thought syphilis.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah.
Clop.
STDs, STIs,
Yeah.
You got that burning sensation. Well, you just got a case of the clop.
Don't tell anybody I started this.
Okay. Patrick.
Mine's not even a disease, but ingrown toenails.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't like that's a
All right,
terrible
Chris
thing.
isn't
Those are
mine. It's
terrible.
not a disease either, but it probably is a sign of some sort of mental health issue.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of people actually die. Like 16 people a year in the U.S. die from ingrown toenails every year.
Mhm.
Crazy, but
Can you imagine that the military
How?
do out in the field?
I don't know because they're too stupid to go to the doctor. I don't know.
Yeah.
I imagine
Oh.
infection, blood infection.
All that, yeah, all that plagued both my big toes throughout my adolescence. That is, oh God.
Okay.
Mm.
Here we go.
That was a big nothing.
Hi-yo.
Heyo.
Heyo.
Dumb Dora is so dumb.
How
dumb is she?
She.
Hello, folks.
She stayed up all night studying for a blank test. Dumb Dora is so dumb she stayed up all night studying for a blank test. Are we all wrote down?
Yeah.
All right. We'll
What are
just
we
get
doing
rid of
here?
that. Meh. Mississippi, what'd you have?
No, what'd you
I'm
say?
sorry. Damn it.
Do we want to know the
Tech
contestant's
Crew.
answer
Yeah, I
before we
know.
first see if they match?
Yeah. Yeah, Tech Crew. Dumb Dora is so dumb she stayed up all night studying for a blank test.
For a blood test.
For a blood test.
For a blood
A
test.
blood
Well,
test.
that's silly. You wouldn't study for that.
Well, she's
All
dumb.
right. Well, she's dumb.
Yeah, there we go.
All
All
right.
right, man.
Get it now.
A urinalysis. Yeah, there you go. Knights.
Urine.
Test. Kinsey.
A drug test.
There you go.
Ah.
Jeffy.
I figured she was so dumb she stayed up all night for a sleep test. That's
Oh, that's a
Hey.
thinking
Good one.
man's joke.
That's the most logical one. Yeah, exactly.
I thought mine was pregnancy test. You know, I don't know. Klopp.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I don't
Hey,
even
she
know
put
why.
a lot of time and effort in that one.
Okay,
What'd
but
you have?
like my last trip to the bathroom, I don't even know why I wiped. Just another STD, STI, blah, 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 blah. Okay.
There's a theme with you there.
There's a theme there with Klopp. Yeah, Patrick.
First thought was blood test, but put down pregnancy test.
Yeah, pregnancy test.
Man.
Dang it.
Never get the blood.
Man.
I know, I'm ignoring my gut, man. Let me know.
And you had a good answer, too.
Tech Roof.
Right?
I know, right?
All right.
You should have
Steve.
known from my
Especially
last
Stanley.
appearance that I'm not very, very amusing when I'm sleep deprived.
Well, I mean, you were told beforehand that you are too smart for this game, so I mean that might be part of the issue.
This is true.
Wait. What? All right, Steven. Popeye said, I wished I could do Popeye. I can't. When my muscles are aching.
Wait a minute. Doesn't the show have that stupid bell? And you just got done saying you wish you could do Popeye and you don't ring the bell? What's happening?
You're right.
Thank
You're
you.
right.
All
right.
right.
That's my fault.
That's
Sorry,
Mel's
go
fault.
ahead.
Yeah, that's Mel's. She should have been on top of that. Ding-ding.
Everything's my fault tonight. Everything.
Popeye said, when my muscles are aching, I know how to relax them. I rub blank all over them. Popeye said, when my muscles are aching, I know how to relax them. I rub blank all over them. All right, Steven. Popeye said, my muscles are aching. I know how to relax them. I rub blank all over them.
I'm going to go for the obvious and say spinach.
Spinach, right? That's what I was thinking. All right, Ash. Mississippi.
Spinach.
Spinach. There it is.
Spinach infused olive oil.
Right. Well, Knights.
Sorry,
That's
but
too
the
GMO.
obvious answer is he rubs olive oil all over his
There
muscle.
you go.
Right.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Kinsey.
Spinach.
Spinach. Uh-oh. Jeffy.
I feel like I was going to do olive oil. Thank you. But I went with spinach, which gives him another point, which is
There it
awesome.
is. Yeah, there it is.
Even.
Klopp.
Okay, but the spinach gets him muscular and all wound up or something.
Right, I know. That's
No.
what I should have went with olive oil.
I think olive oil
Right,
gets him wound
well,
up.
Well, right. Well, I couldn't spell it, so give it phonetic whatever. Chamomile.
What?
I'm just
What?
sipping on chamomile. Yeah, it's the best I can do right now in my current state.
Okay, Patrick.
I went with the obvious.
Olive oil.
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I would figure that
olive oil,
olive
yes.
oil would have caused something to stiffen up instead of relax.
Well,
Get
Not
the
make you
muscle
forget
working.
the sore muscles though.
That's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Possibly.
All right. Well, it looks like Steven has took a big lead here.
Commanding lead. 2 or 3, right?
Right, yeah. All right, Tech Roo, did you hear about the new perfume put out by Mike Tyson? It smells just like blank. Did you hear about the new perfume put out by Mike Tyson? It smells just like blank.
This is a bunch of bull crap.
Mel is having troubles up there. I see her. She's erasing.
Yeah, I had
and...
to erase my first answer. That wasn't
All right,
right.
Tech Roo, did you hear about the new perfume put out by Mike Tyson? It smells
A couple
just
good ones.
like blank.
Getting punched in the face.
Just like getting punched.
I was getting
I don't-
punched
I
in the
don't-
face.
That's what makes
Like
it
this
funny.
perfume. Yeah, no, I got it.
Smells like a bloody nose.
Yeah, Smells like winning.
Smells like winning.
Yeah, that was my second answer. I don't know if the first
Knights, what'd you have?
I said earwax.
Thinking man.
Yeah.
Kenzie.
Hey, Chris. What do you think I have, Chris?
Oh no. Oh no. Earwax. Jeffy.
That's exactly what I said. Earwax. He smokes a lot of pot or a lot of gummies, and he raises pigeons. So I was going to go with some of that, but it had to be earwax. Right? It had to be.
Earwax and pigeon show. Okay, yeah. You remember those commercials back? Like Mike, I want to be like Mike. Well, I want to smell like Mike.
That's
too,
what I
and
thought. Smell like
Yes.
Mike.
Okay, well, what does that smell like?
But it was a different mic.
What's it smell like?
Yeah, I guess it was a different mic, wasn't it?
Pigeon shit, whatever else that.
Yeah. Patrick, what'd you have? Robin Givens? Wow.
Thank you.
By the way,
That's a good
she's
one.
actually
I
a
like
friend of
that.
mine. She's a friend of mine.
Wow.
Really?
Played tennis.
it.
Yes. Her son played tennis with my son. Yeah. Yep. She's a nice lady. She always smelled nice, so I meant it that way.
Well, there you go.
If we're
Do
quick,
give-
we can try and put 2 more.
It's family friendly, man. It's family friendly.
Do give her my regards.
Do what,
I
Kenzie?
certainly will.
What'd you say?
I said if we're quick, we can fit 2 more in.
Hey-o.
Oh,
Heyo.
Hey-o.
Steven, I guess Steven's the winner. I don't know. We're just gonna talk out the rest of the show. Thank you,
right.
Techru, and
Thank you guys for calling.
Steven. I'll think of something to send you, Steven. You've already got all the good stuff. Oh well, there we go. He's gone.
I want to point out, Sean in the YouTube chat says, Mike smells like ath.
I almost made a handicap joke, but no.
Wetty foot and ass.
Well, do you really want to draw the wrath of Mike Tyson? I mean,
Well, no,
No.
because
I do not.
You know, there was what was it a couple months ago or whatever? They showed him he was training again, just I guess to be training, and he was tearing up a younger dude in the ring.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
a boxing part. Oh yeah, he's still got it. I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
stand in front of that guy.
Strangely enough, I mean, that last question did put me in mind of, one of those flavors of what is that, Bertlebot's every flavored bean from that Harry Potter jelly bean stuff.
You're acting like you're unfamiliar with Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of around it, It's not my thing to watch, but good grief. I got most of the Lego sets that's anywhere Harry Potter related for all the different buildings for Hogwarts and other junk. Now I'm going to get yelled at for calling them junk whenever I get off the show. Thanks a lot, Chris.
Anyway, so
what?
What do you got coming up, Jeffy, on Chewing the Fat?
We've got a busy week on top of Chewing the Fat tomorrow and talking Walking Dead. Dead City has been amazing with Negan and Maggie, so I'm excited to you talk about that tomorrow. And I will talk about my man who is taking the parking lot money. And there's plenty other. I've got some new shows to talk about, and the strike is still ongoing, so it's ready to cancel some apps.
Right.
There's going to be, if they're not going to give me new programming, I'm not going to pay you money.
Right.
So.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that sounds like it. So tell me, how do they, I guess I need to get into I just can't see how they put them to Negan and what's her name? Kelly?
Maggie.
Yeah. How did they get them two together?
Well,
Like,
it was, Maggie, it's post, obviously, what happened in Alexandria and around, but they hooked up because another bad guy who used to work with Negan, underneath Negan, took Maggie's kid.
Oh.
So she needed Negan to help her. And she's not, she's busy whining about, just because Negan killed her husband, shut up.
Right.
That's your whine.
Get over it.
It's your whining.
Who wouldn't?
But it's been fascinating. It's been a pretty good story, and it's been a fun watch.
Okay, I seen that and I'm like, how in the world did they entwine them two?
Yeah, it works pretty good.
It must be good writing because
It
that
must be.
would have been impossible a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
It's been
Definitely.
really fun.
Mr. Patrick, what do you think you might get back into the Spoonie thing and start doing that? I'm excited.
Yeah.
I
you know,
love the
so
food.
I've been thinking about it for a long time. I think the wounds have healed, and it's time to get back in the game. I think there's a kind of again, I'm gonna stop paying those the streaming sites if they don't give me a new show. So
thank you.
Give me a
Oh,
show.
yeah.
Yeah, it's about time. So yes, I will be up and running very shortly. I'll put an announcement out. I've said that
Now
several
actually
times,
is a
but-
time, right? I mean, if the
Exactly,
streaming
exactly.
companies are going to be needing content,
Yep.
it's time.
And I'm not a SAG member, nor am I any other member of Hollywood's select.
As am I, Patrick. As am I.
Yeah.
Yep.
Klopp,
I'm-
are you in the SAG or no?
Negative.
Okay.
I don't need. I don't.
You're not part of the strike?
No.
Oh, okay.
Anyone know something even better?
Hmm.
I'm on a project right now.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
So,
The actor's acting.
Is it a movie or a television show?
it is a movie.
Okay.
Nice. Good for you.
Let's see. All I'm going to say is that it is a horror movie based off a book. As soon as I get some more information, I will be more than happy to jump back on here, play another round of the bank game, and get some more information. Jason Goku, basically I'm a scab, so
yeah,
scab life.
So we're not
Are you
going to
filming?
say.
Where are you filming at?
Iowa. That's I'm actually about a half hour or so from BMX
Okay.
DM, so I'm around where he's at. So yeah, this is in the Des Moines area.
Awesome.
Okay.
So
Cool.
none of us are going to say the book was better. Okay.
Well, so, Quap, does this movie? I mean, the soundtrack to it. Does it involve anything like this?
No, I think he said a horror movie, not a horror movie.
Don't think it's
I'm
gonna be that
just
kind. I don't think that's gonna
No.
be that kind of a horror. So
No, she doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
He didn't stutter. He said horror on purpose.
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
It's not the Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, Jeffy, I think it's thought of something. The Walking Dead, Dead City. Thomas and Martha Wayne's life on the after getting murdered.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
They did play Thomas.
I'll
and
just
Martha
answer
Wayne.
yes. I'll just answer yes. Yeah.
Use that on the show.
Just answer yes.
Now I got a question there, Jeffy. I don't know if this is going to totally throw you off kilter or not.
What's that? Oh, the strikes and yes.
Yeah. Since they're not putting out more material and so many are on strike, I wonder if it would be completely off the wall to consider the idea of maybe some sort of Walking Dead animation. If that would draw your attention, or would that be sacrilege to the
I don't know.
series already?
I mean, maybe it's possible. I'm actually half-heartedly tonight considering just going cold turkey and maybe just shutting the TVs off.
What?
Wow.
Maybe just shutting them off.
No.
Go.
I'm considering just shutting them off. I
And
don't know.
then
Yeah,
what?
but you'll still have your
Are you gonna
smartphone, right?
read a book?
Yeah. Read a book, and you still have access to the internet and human interaction, but just no television. No television, no movies, no television. My mother always said, television would be the ruination of the world, and she was right. Okay, so I think I may go with that. I was actually I'm giving you breaking ground here because I was going to talk about that tomorrow on Chewing the Fat, and I still am. But I'm half-heartedly right now considering it.
Remember, folks,
Well,
you
I
heard
mean,
it here
we've
first.
That's right.
Yeah.
You did hear it here
We've
first.
only ruined the surprise, Jeffy, for about maybe 6 people.
Well.
You know, that's all that listens.
You know, the
to us,
generation before your mom, they used to say, "Stop reading books. That's going to ruin you. It's going to hurt your head from always bending down."
That's right. I do remember hearing that.
It was me.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chef Patrick and Jeffy, for lowering your standards and coming on here with us because
there's no new TV.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Klopp didn't lower his standards?
No. Well, he kind of stayed right, but it's all right. He's
I
good.
love you guys. Come on now. If it's Sunday, if it's Sunday, if I'm available, you know where to find.
That is
And
awesome.
thank you, Chef. Make sure you keep us abreast of all your new adventures.
Our two
and
breasts.
Ding, ding,
we will
ding.
surely follow
I
you.
will. It's really
Looking
good to
forward
see
to
everybody
it.
again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And
family.
Best regards to you guys.
And remember, folks,
You
if
too,
you can, go over to warhorselegacy.org, throw them a couple of bucks, help a veteran and their families, and, I don't know, be good to people. Whatever.
Wait a minute.
Be good to people, whatever.
Excellent
That's a
to each
perfect
other.
way.
Yeah.
Be good to people.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He is
Be
a
good.
philosophizer.
But don't steal their stuff.
No, don't.
No, actually, I don't know.
Your
I
one,
prefer...
Rusty. Every day is the last day of a million years. What do you say?
Yeah, that's what I said. Remember, every day is the end of a billion years.
And
So,
on that,
Are you sure?
on that
Absolutely.
thought,
Depends on if you're.
Well, they say all good things come to an end.
What's that got to do with this show?
There you go.
we'll leave you on those amazing words.
Hold on for just a second if you don't mind,
Jeffy.
Chef.
Thank you, Mr. Jeff Patrick. Awesome.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for watching, listening on Mojo 50. We'll be back next week. Everybody have a great week.
Wait, no, we're going to be back next week too.
You're still here?
Disconnected from
Go.
Mojo.
Go home. Go.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeffy.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
so much.
Good to see you, Jeffy.
For
Absolutely.
Thank you.
See you. Hey,
hanging
Pat.
out.
Let me know. What's up? Email me.
I'll keep you posted. I will.
Okay.
Thank you
All right,
very
cool.
much.
Good to see
All
you.
right, cheers.
Peace.
God bless.
So, Chef,
You too.
Chef Patrick, you said you're thinking about getting back into the radio stuff.
I've been thinking about it for a while. It's just trying to come up with the right show. So, before we had a whole channel, we built basically the channel and tried to feed the channel enough information, enough shows to make it viable. We should have built a show and then had a few other shows and built the channel from that. So we kind of went backwards. We went big before had any real traction.
Hola,
but-
señor.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien?
Ah, bueno, muy bueno.
Muy bien. ¿Dónde está? ¿En Arizona o otro?
Come on, I
That's
can't
all
go
my
that
Spanish.
far.
Right? I'm done right there.
No,
Oh,
you
got-
already.
No.
You got to
You already
work
beat
on your up there. They call them Portuguese, not
Yes,
Portuguese.
Portuguese. And they don't say chorizo, it's chorizo.
Therese at a can.
Therese.
They don't pronounce it. Oh,
Therese.
all right.
Yeah,
Seen that
Therese and Spotted Dick both come in a can up here. So
They do.
Wow.
They like it.
I don't know who Therese is, but I didn't know she had a
we
dick.
found that out. We found that out on this show that Spotted Dick comes in a can, and somebody
Ooh.
thinks you can
Ding,
find
ding,
it
ding,
in
ding,
Jewish
ding, ding.
deli.
Yeah.
so it actually started on Mojo 50 one day. We were talking about Spotted Dick on the show, and actually Brad ordered
Yep.
eight cans of Spotted Dick. And
Yep.
so
Yeah.
I made him and Doc try it on the show.
Yep.
And Spotted
That
Dick
was,
comes in a
I
can. You
think, the
actually
last Wednesday
yeah.
before his running.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes,
so
it was literally days before.
let me.
It
I'm,
was,
By the
I'm
way,
signing
hello,
off.
everybody.
So
Hey,
we.
buddy.
Hello, Sean.
I disconnected.
Hey, there we go.
Disconnected from Mojo, and thank you
Are you
all for
still
joining
streaming?
us on the shows. I'm cutting
Yeah.
out. If you want to, you can find us on
Yeah.
Zoom. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever.